Thanks for tuning in. We are going to be mixing up the January stats video because the real estate stats have been pretty stagnant for the last couple months. We're still seeing high demand, we're still seeing low inventory, and really the mortgage rates are going to be the catalyst for what's eventually going to change the market. So I brought in our specialist, Athena with Luna Lending.
Hello.
We just had a Fed meeting. We had an inflation report. We had a jobs report. What's going on? Cheers.
Cheers. Well, you're right, Ryan. There is a lot going on in the mortgage market. We do feel as an industry a lot more confident that rates in the next 12 to 18 months are going to start to decline. But the thing is, we don't know what that looks like. We don't know where it's going to level out or how long it's going to take to get there. What I can say with pretty fair certainty is that it's going to be a bumpy ride to wherever that bottom ground is, where we kind of level out.
And you and I always talk about the media because, as we say, we love the media, right? Because they know everything that's going on. And so they're consistently just like, rates are going to drop this quarter, rates are going to drop last quarter. What did they say about last year where the rates were supposed to be? And then same thing about where we're headed in 2024.
Gosh, if I had $1 for every time somebody told me rates were going to be in the 5s last summer, I wouldn't have to work anymore. They actually were in the 8s. So we can't trust the media to make our projections on what's going to happen in the market. Just in this last month, we had so much data, which data drives rates, so does news. And you know, we had a really good jobs report that helped rates. Unfortunately, a good jobs report kind of means that there's high unemployment. So
it's like inversely correlated and kind of weird. You would think that we would want the jobs to be good, but that's not how the Fed views it.
Correct. So, you know, we had the other positive news where the Fed said, hey, we're going to halt Fed fund raises for right now. And then they said, but we might follow up with more in the future, and that was undecided. That sent the market wild. Within an hour span, the charts were going crazy just based off those remarks. Then we had a CPI report, and it just crashed all of that positive movement we made forward. So we're kind of back to where we were before we had those positive gains.
Yeah, and we're seeing the stock market kind of price in that uncertainty. It was down like 500 points yesterday, and then it came rallying back because everybody's just trying to digest everything. And the one thing that we've learned is Jerome Powell is playing the cards really close to his chest, right?
Yes. Yes, he doesn't want to give too much. And to be honest, the market hinges on every single word he says. So he misspoke during that meeting. And I mean, it went wild. And then 5 minutes later, he corrected himself and it came back. Like, it was an intense thing to watch.
Yeah,
You want to set yourself up for success by not trying to time the market. For the folks that are trying to wait for those interest rates to be low again, remember basic economics. We already have low inventory and high demand. So the second that those rates do get to that place, it could be harder.
It's true, and we're seeing so much demand under $1 million, and depending on where you're at, even over in Leadville, under $500,000, that the condition of the property, the location, isn't necessarily the most important factor in those buyers making those decisions because there's just nothing available. So sometimes you got to take what you can get, and the interest rates are going to drive that market big time as well. So
in my industry, we have a saying, rates are rates. Get in when you feel comfortable to buy, when it makes sense for you. But timing the market, you could be waiting forever for something to happen because we really just don't know. And if you have a lender telling you they know something that's going to happen, call me.
Yeah, seriously, call a professional. Don't just go around Googling. It's not going to help you. Contact a professional. Athena, thank you. I get all my information from her. She keeps me accurate.
Cheers.
And that's how you win.